Child Sock-Cology is a 1961 Loopy-de-Loop cartoon directed by William Hanna and Joseph Barbera, written by Tony Benedict, with a voice cast including Daws Butler as Loopy-de-Loop and Messick as the zookeeper. And this is only the second Loopy-de-Loop cartoon that I've seen, so I can't comment on how it compares to the quality of other Loopy-de-Loops. I can just judge it pretty much on its own, and I didn't mind this one. It's not too bad. It's a fun concept. Loopy-de-Loop reads in the newspaper that a baby gorilla has escaped from a zoo, and the next thing he knows, this baby gorilla is behind him. Now, it's worth pointing out that although it's a baby gorilla, it is significantly bigger than he is. And he tries to get this gorilla back to the zoo, but also the zookeeper is trying to capture the gorilla. And they have very different approaches. Loopy-de-Loop is actually a lot calmer and gentle and kind to the baby gorilla. The zookeeper just wants to get it back into the zoo and isn't really bothered about the methods it tries. And I don't want to say any more than that. I don't want to give away what happens, but I thought it was pretty decent. I liked the character of Loopy-de-Loop. As I said, this is only my second experience with the character, but I really like him so far. I think he's a very likable protagonist, and I liked his interaction with the baby gorilla. I liked the fact that the gorilla was much bigger than he was as well. I thought that worked really well. Had the gorilla been tiny, then it wouldn't have worked as well. They probably would have done a different thing with it, but based purely on this one, I think the direction they took worked really well. I liked the animation of the gorilla. I liked the character of the zookeeper. He certainly was more of an antagonist, but he was an enjoyable character to watch, and I had a lot of fun with it. I think out of the two that I've seen, it's probably not my favourite, the other one being Common Sense, but obviously I don't have many others to compare it to, so I'm looking forward to watching more Loopy-de-Loop. But if they're as good as this one, then I'm going to be pretty happy. I thought Child Sock-Cology was a good narrative. It was a nice concept, well executed, well animated, great cast of characters. So no complaints here, and if like me you're starting your journey with Loopy-de-Loop, then I'd say it's definitely worth checking out. I enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to watching more.